Good evening, friends. It's Heather, the Malachite Lady, and I'm coming to you tonight with a Fri-DIY art project. As I've said before on the channel, and welcome back for those of you who are returning, and welcome to those of you who are brand new. This channel is going to be a little bit of everything: gardening, wellness, and art and DIY. So tonight's project is an acrylic pour painting. What you see right in front of you is an aluminum disposable baking dish. I'm not exactly sure what size it is, but I'll put that down in the description box below. But what we're going to do tonight is what I'm calling a dollar store acrylic pour painting, because everything that you can see here that you need for the project can pretty much be found at any store. You might have to go to a specialty store or to the art department at like your big box store to get the canvas, but everything else you can find pretty much anywhere. We're going to be using some just craft acrylics. I'm not married to any particular brand. These are just some I had on hand. So you're going to need the craft acrylics in the colors of your choice. You'll need a pan to put your painting in because it will mess up your work surface otherwise. You're going to need a cup to put the paint in to flip it over onto your canvas. You're going to need some craft sticks, and again, you can get these pretty much anywhere, or since it's summer, it's hot, and so you might be eating some popsicles, so you could always save your popsicle sticks for that. So some craft sticks. I use some push pins to put in the back of the canvas because it'll hold it up out of the pan. And then I just saved some of these little yogurt cups to mix my paint in. You can put them all in little Dixie cups or solo cups or party cups or whatever, but we eat a lot of yogurt, so I have just saved some yogurt cups. Then you're going to need, I tend to do mine on an 8x10. This is a pre-stretched canvas. Don't use the canvas panel, friends. That will warp on you and your finished product is just going to be really kind of gross. And so what you'll do to start is just push the pin into the back of the canvas. It doesn't have to be in there too. If you were doing something like pouring a vase where you needed it to be really, really level, you might want to, you know, make sure it's super, super level. But this is mostly just to keep it up out of the paint when you pour it. So I just push the pins into the back, into the corners. If your hands are anything like mine, it might be a little bit more difficult for you. Okay, and then there's that. One final thing you're going to need is a pouring medium. And for our purposes, we're going to be using 60% PVA, aka white glue or Elmer's glue, and 40% water. And I just mixed that up in an old half and half bottle. And you just shake it up real good. Okay. So let me set this back just a little bit so we can work on our paints. And I have 6 colors that I'm going to mix up. See if I have enough little yogurt containers, and it looks like I have just almost exactly enough. And so with this, you're going to mix it about half and half, the craft paint and your pouring medium. So I'm just going to put some paint in the yogurt cups. And for these small canvases, you don't need a whole lot of paint. So especially the first times you do it, you're going to want to we may be doing 5 colors if my purple isn't going to cooperate. Like I said, I just had these on hand So, but the first times you do it, you might mix up just a little bit and then mix up some more, because you're not going to know exactly how much paint you're going to need at first. Okay. We'll see about that purple. But just mix up your, pour some of the craft paint into your yogurt cups. My camera keeps shifting on me. I apologize about that, friends. It's my first time filming overhead, so you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. So I just grabbed some colors that I thought looked pretty. And if I could count, maybe I'd be dangerous. But I just grabbed some colors. This is mostly a demonstration for you to see what this is like. And these craft paints are kind of old, so we will see what we get here. I think I'm gonna, there we go. And it's not painting until you get it all over yourself, in my opinion. I've taught some of these classes at the place where I work, and you just get paint everywhere, and this metallic purple may or may not cooperate with us. We'll see. But like I said, you're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly here. And so this is a lot of ugly. Well, we'll just go with that for right now. But I keep a paper towel handy to wipe my paws off with. Okay. Like I said, we'll mix it about half and half with the pouring medium here. And then stir, stir, stir. And basically the consistency that you're looking for is about the consistency of maybe melted honey or thereabouts. You want it to kind of run off the stick, but not like glop or just, you know, run all over the place. This one you're not going to really tell because it's white paint. And we just won't have much purple, and that's okay. That's okay. Take what you get, right? A paint glop there, so I'm going to drop it out of there. There we go. See how it kind of runs off the stick there. cups to the side, pull the back, front, and center. And then basically we're just going to layer the paint in the cup. And I like to say that acrylic pour is kind of chaos theory at its most artistic, because you can pick the colors, you can pick the amount, you can pick the layering, but once you flip that cup over, you're kind of pretty much letting gravity and the temperature in the room and the air conditioner and all of that stuff dictate kind of what happens next. There's probably going to be a lot of that bronze in here, but that's okay. I like that color. These are some weird, it's a kind of a weird color combination, but I just kind of picked some at random to just show what you can do with just craft acrylics and white glue and water and all of that. So and we'll hope I have enough paint. I think it'll be okay. And what we're doing today is what's called a dirty pour in a flip cup. So here's the paint. And we're going to pick the canvas up, hold it over the cup, flip it upside down, and just let it kind of hang out for just a second. To let those colors intermingle. You don't, of course, want to stir or anything. And I don't use silicone in my acrylic pour. I get really good results without it, but I mean, it's of course up to you what you do with yours. If you want to spray some silicone in yours, you can, but that's mostly to have cells come up, but we'll see what we get without any kind of silicone. It's just Elmer's glue and water. So off to the races here. I just tap it to kind of get some of that extra paint out. And then you see, I don't know if you can see right there, we're already getting some cells. And you just kind of tilt it hither and yon. Just trying to get the paint to cover the canvas. And I'm really kind of digging this, friends. We'll see what it looks like when it dries a little bit. I like to make sure that all my edges are covered. And there we go. And we'll just let it hang out and let it finish moving, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, and we're back. And it looks super cool. We're getting some cells popping up there. Take in on a little close up here. I like that kind of lacy section there. And all the metallics in the paint are making it super sparkly, which is pretty nifty. So there we go, our first Fri-DIY day with dollar store acrylic pour, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you paint along with me next time, or this might inspire you to try this yourself. And it's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing, and they end up looking really, really cool when they're dry. So until next time, be happy, be healthy, and be you.